What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy Anthony, aka Rafa, coming today with the 15th day of the journey, baby. Let's go. Coming with another word, coming with another message, because I feel like this just needs to be given, especially with everything that's going on with it, especially with everything that I'm experiencing, especially with all the different things that I'm experiencing. I'm awake with the old and with the new. It seems like there's a battle, there's a tug of war with the old and with the new. And it seems like the old things just don't want to die. And I'm coming to let y'all know that simply because today I just woke up, regular day. But it seemed like everything that was happening today was just like I was getting frustrated, irritated. It was like, I ain't blowing up on nobody or anything, but it was like things was just like frustrating me. Things that happen, I get irritated. I was finding myself being impatient. I was also finding myself like my little sister would do something, and I'm just like, like just watching everything she doing. Like, so like that controlling aspect of the old me, just like, dang, bro, like what you doing all that for? Like just watching. Like all the old stuff just come, like so much old stuff came up today. And I'm just like literally just said it out like in my own head, like, dang, it just seemed like the old stuff just don't want to die. And I just want to let somebody know right now, whenever you step into the new, you step into that fully. But you best believe that whatever that old thing is does not want to die. It does not want to it does not want to be done away with. It's going to fight against you. All the old that it is that you're choosing to lay down, it's gonna fight against you because it wants to live. When I say just like you've built muscle with all those old habits, and a lot of people don't understand why they do what they do. They do it because they've done it so much that they've built muscle for that thing, and now it's just second nature. Now it's just unconscious, and they just unconsciously do it. And they wonder why they most likely have bad habits, because you've done it for so long. So the same thing happens when you step into the new. You can literally choose to lay down the old and fully embody the new. But now when you choose to do that, you have to exercise new habits. You have to exercise new thinking. You have to exercise new ways of moving. You have to exercise new routes in going in life. You have to exercise the new so that now you can build the muscle for the new so that it can fully be birthed, so that it can be fully grown, so that it can be your new, and you literally snuff out the old. And I'm saying that simply because somebody right now, just like I experienced that today, with the impatience, with the getting easily frustrated, with the just like, yo, what's going on? With like my little sister doing things, and I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Like dang, bro, like everything you doing is just irritating me. And it's just like, dang, like, where is this coming from? Like, it's the old. The old things are going to continuously come up to try to fight against the new creature that you're trying to become. The old is going to fight against the new. And I don't know if this video is going to be long or not. I really believe it's going to be short. But I just want to let somebody know that the old things do not want to die. The old way of thinking does not want to die. The old habits do not want to die. The old things that you do not want to die. The old friendships do not want to die. The old mannerisms do not want to die. The old reactions do not want to die. But now it's time for you to give new responses. Now it's time for you to think new thoughts. Now it's time for you to literally embody and exercise the new that you're trying to step into. But when you try to step into that new, that old is not going to, that old don't want to let you go. I'm letting somebody know right now, the old does not want to let you go, because if you conquer that and step into the new, it dies. But if it keeps coming up and you re-embody it, it can live. Like literally, it's trying to come up for breath. It's trying to come up for life. It's trying to make sure that it lives through you. And the thing is, you cannot let it live through you. You are called to step into the new. You have been called to walk into the new. You have been called to be a new creation through our Lord Jesus Christ. And I could be talking to somebody that don't know Jesus yet, and that's trying to literally embody the new. That's trying to step away from the old. That's trying to step away from the old environment. That's trying to step away from the old relationships. That's trying to step away from the old cycles and trying to embody something new. Trying to put down the old habits. Trying to put down the old way of thinking and trying to step into the new. trying to find new paths, trying to find better ways to better their lives. Even if you have not found Jesus yet, like literally, your old is going to fight against you. The devil don't want you to be free. The devil don't want you to be loose. He does not want you to come into the full embodiment of who God called you to be, who God created you to be, who God formed you from the foundations of the earth to fully be a new creation. And the old things have to die. The old things have to be put down, but those old things are going to fight against you. Those old things are going to fight to live, to make sure that they don't die. And you have to be the one to conquer those old things with the new and make sure that they die with you. Make sure that old thing dies with you, that it ends with you. Because those old generational curses. It's people dealing with generational curses to this day that their parents did not break, that their grandparents did not break, that their great-grandparents did not break, that their aunties and uncles were not strong enough to break. And you wondering why you go through so much. You wondering why you battling with the same things. You wondering why you battling with all this old stuff that you thought that you done away with. Those old things do not want to die. Those old seeds does not want to die. Those seeds planted by the devil do not want to die. But you have to be so determined in becoming that new creation that you literally choke the life out of the seed that the devil planted in you, that's literally causing old things, old habits, old relationships, old environments, old paths of walking, old ways of thinking to resurface. You gotta kill it. Basically, you gotta pull out the spiritual weed eater. And that's Jesus. That's Jesus. You got to get to the root of that thing and pull it out. You got to get to the root of that thing and pull out and literally go to spiritual warfare on it. Just like a lot of spiritual warfare happens to God's children, we gotta go in the spirit and war for the things that the devil is trying to literally keep alive within us, because he knows if you kill those old things and they end with you, that it will not run rampant in your family bloodline anymore. It won't run rampant through your children. It won't run rampant through your marriage. It won't run rampant through your relationships with your kids, with your siblings. And if you can literally kill the old things, you can teach other people how to kill those old things too. Just as God reveals it to you, just as God helps you, just as God gets you through it, it'll show your family that, yo, if he can do it, if she can do it, then I can do it too. The old has to go, because as long as the old is here, we're not setting up room and space for the new to come in. Whenever you want to do something new, you got to get rid of the old. To step into the new, you got to get rid of the old. When you step into a new season and a new chapter of your life, you literally got to let go of things that cannot come through that door. The door is not big enough for the old things. But when you let go of that old, now you lightweighted. Now you the right size to get through the door. Now, because you took off all the baggage that's not meant for the next season, that's not meant for the next door, that's not meant for the next blessing or the next place in life that God is trying to send you to. Once you get rid of that, you're free to move along, and you're free to learn all the things, all the new things that God is trying to teach you. You now have opened up capacity because you've done away with the old. You now have the capacity to take in the new. Just like a phone, the moment you overflow your storage, it does not have the capacity to take any more photos. It does not have the capacity to record any more videos. It does not have the capacity to store new information. But the moment that you start to delete the old stuff to make room for the new, you're now freeing up more storage. So now that your phone has the capacity to take in new information and hold new information to benefit you. So we got to do how we do with our phones sometimes. We got to discard of the old, trash it, shred it, burn it up, so that we now have the capacity, we now have the space to take in all the new things, to take in the new relationships, to take in the new paths, the new connections, the new opportunities, the new ideas that God is waiting and literally ready to give to us. But we have to have the capacity and the storage and the space to hold all the new that God has in store for us. But I just want to let somebody know the old does not want to die. The old things don't want to die. But it ends with you From this day forward, the old things that are trying to resurface, they end with you. We have to take it a day at a time. We have to take it step by step. And we have to also remember that we can't do this by ourselves on our own strength. We have to rely on the Lord. And the things that's old, that's trying to resurface, we got to give it to him and ask God how to deal with it. We got to give it to him and say, Lord, I can't do this in my own power. We got to give it to him so that where we're weak, he can step in and be strong. Where we don't have strength, he can come in and be our strength. Where we are weak, he can be our strength as well. The old things don't want to die. But whatever's going on in this time and in this season, it's time for us to step into the new. But for us to step into the new as God's children, the old things have to die. We have to be adamant. We have to be persistent. We have to be serious about the old things dying, especially if they no longer serve a purpose, especially if it's hindering us from the calling on our lives, if it's hindering us from getting to the next stage that God is calling us to. But for whoever you are, whoever comes across this video, and you feel like you're dealing with old things that's steady trying to resurface, take it to God. Just know that the enemy is going to war against you because he does not want you to be free from those old things, because he knows that those old things die. Then the new things that God is trying to step you into, that God is trying to give to you, that God has waiting for you in his storehouse, that if you fall into that, if you step into that new, that you're going to be a threat to his kingdom. You're a threat right now. That's why he's fighting against you with the old, trying to make that resurface. He wants it to live, but God is saying now it's time for it to die. It's time for it to die so that you can step into the new. There's lives that need to be saved. When you step into the new, there's lives that's going to be saved. When you step into the new, there's generational curses that's going to be broken. When you step into the new, there's literally connections. There are kingdom connections waiting to happen for you but you have to step into your new. For you to step into your new, you're going to walk into a new realm. But as long as you're letting that old thing live, you are hindering. Your new life is being hindered. But that's all I have to say. If that's you, give it to God. Let him know where it is that you're weak. Let him know what you can't do by yourself. Let him know that you need his help to snuff out all the old so that you can now make room for the new. But that's all I got to say. If this word helped you, send it to somebody, share it, like it, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to. Support the journey. Support what it is that God is having me do in this time and in this season. But like I said, the old things do not want to die. But it's time for all the old to pass away. Because like I said in my last video, Satan knows that his time is up. So it's time for the new things to give birth. It's time for the new things to flourish. It's time for the new things to manifest. But the old things have to pass away because they're old and they no longer serve a purpose in your life. That's all I have to say. Y'all have a great and blessed one. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.